Man, what to do, YouTube? It's your boy Tim. Drop back this bit for another YouTube video. I just want to say, if y'all are fucking with the channel, if y'all do fuck with me, go ahead and run me up, you know what I'm saying? Without further ado, we're gonna hop straight into this motherfucking reaction. And today's title is, it's discussing drama and just traumatized black people online. The more talking dead homies.
Watch this. I wonder if they get the message. I ain't going broke. Ran up done in 300 racks at that corner store. You could catch me in the hood where you wouldn't want to go, or down south asking niggas what they get to on.
Andrew Scott's arrest for first-degree murder has the black community divided. This is probably the most polarizing story I've ever covered on this channel. Like, people are literally beefing over this case. I know people who's been friends for years who are beefing because of this story.
Riley, thank you. A homicide case that's been the subject of debate on social media. A woman in Walker Homes charged with first-degree murder for shooting and killing a man that she found hiding under her child's bed. Action News 5's Garner Montgomery is live in the newsroom after speaking with a self-defense expert about the case. Garner, could this be considered a justified shooting?
Now, there's still more details that we'll need to learn, but this is a case where self-defense could be argued, but there are key details from the police affidavit that are pivotal to decide whether or not this shooting was justified.
36-year-old Kendra Scott was arrested and charged with first-degree murder after police found a dead man.
Damn, they over there in Memphis. Sheesh, you know it go down over there, boy.
And on her front porch with a gunshot wound in the back of his head, telling police she, quote, saw a dude under my kid's bed and I did what I had to do.
Kendra came home and found a 20-year-old man hiding under her 13-year-old daughter's bed. Now, apparently...
Whoa. Dude's 20 and she's 13? What the fuck? This nigga old as shit. What the fuck he doing over there messing with a 13-year-old? This nigga's overly fried.
Darius Morton, the man who she shot and killed, was not the first grown man that she found in her home without her permission. Apparently, her 13-year-old daughter had invited other grown men to the home without her permission. And it happened so often that she told her daughter that the next man she catch in her home, she's going to kill him. She's being charged with first-degree murder because after...
Can you be mad, chat? Can you be mad? She's young as shit. She's 13. She's not even 15 or 16, gang. Like, and even at 15 and 16, that's what a 20-year-old still fucking wrong.
Catching Rodarius Morton in her daughter's room under her bed, she told him to leave. And when he began to walk out and leave, she followed him. And as he was walking out the door, she shot him in the back of his head.
She seemed like a real nice lady. Shit. And all I can say is that hurts to know that.
Damn, she slimed it. She said, get the fuck out. Up Thule and said, straight to his mata. Damn. That's fucked up. But at the same time, nigga, you should never be messing with no damn minor, boy. He tripping too.
Someone was in there with one of her little girls.
A girl living in the home told police she invited the victim, Rodarius Morton, into the home through the back door after midnight Thursday, saying Scott came home 20 minutes later, banging on the door with a gun in her hand.
If it would have been me in that situation, and I seen you on the doorbell camera, I would have called them police. I had them sitting at my house when I got there.
True.
Therefore,
he definitely wigged out a little bit. She pulled the trigger, literally. But, you know what I'm saying? Well, as a parent, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it from a parent point of view, too. And she already warned her, if you bring another nigga in the crib, nigga finna be dead in this motherfucker.
Take him out. Take him on to jail.
The police affidavit says Scott found Morton hiding under the girl's bed. Morton was leaving the house with his belongings when he was shot.
It does not describe an imminent threat, according to the affidavit, at the time the shot was fired.
Retired law enforcement officer and firearms self-defense trainer Buddy Smith says the known circumstances of this case would not classify under Tennessee's Castle Doctrine.
Which means that you're allowed to protect the people in your residence when someone breaks in to commit a violent felony against you or someone in your house.
Smith says more details will be needed for Scott to make a case for self-defense.
The affidavit does not allege that he threatened the mother or anyone else at that time. And those alleged facts are likely to be important issues for the court and ultimately a jury.
We can throw the self-defense out the window.
Yeah,
like nothing about the
sure.
circumstances of this is self-defense. If he's walking out the home and you shoot him in the back of his head, that's not self-defense. Your life was not in imminent danger. That's murder. But the question is that first-degree murder? See, Kendra Scott's attorney believed they have a pretty good case in proving that this was not first-degree murder. This was not premeditated. She didn't come home with the intent to murder this man. Yeah. However, the details in which the daughter told the police that she told her the next man she catch in the home, she's going to kill him, that's where the premeditated, I guess, circumstances coming from.
Okay. This Memphis woman accused of fatally shooting a man allegedly found hiding under her juvenile daughter's bed.
Southwest
Kendra Scott
Memphis. Good God, the trench.
Was in court today to face a charge of first-degree murder for the death of Rodarius Morton. Braille Brown spoke with Scott's attorneys about their confidence in representing her.
Bro, that nigga is mad old. Nigga's 20, bro. What the fuck is you doing messing with a 13-year-old, gang? How the fuck are they gonna explain that at your funeral?
Kendra Scott stood before the judge draped in a Shelby County jumpsuit while her family sat in the gallery for emotional support. Her attorneys say that they believe that the state would have a challenge to pursue a first-degree murder charge. Currently, her bond is set at $100,000.
Well, the challenges I'm seeing are for the state in trying to go forward on first-degree murder charges. You've got a woman who is kind of living out your worst nightmare as a parent.
This is the first time your news leader is getting a look at Kendra Scott in person for her bond hearing. She was also ordered to stay away from the victim's family. Scott is charged with fatally shooting Rodarius Morton at her home along the 3000 block of Travis Road. She reportedly told investigators, quote, "I did what I had to do."
Most people agree that self-defense for the most part is off the table legally.
Nah,
but here's where the
self-defense been off the table. Once Jit was walking out the door, that's been off the table, cuz.
Internet is divided, and more specifically the black community. There are people who are pro Kendra Scott, like myself, and there are people who believe that Kendra Scott was wrong for what she did. And it's a fierce back and forth. People believe that because the daughter had essentially brought in multiple men to the home, that Kendra Scott had no idea if the daughter lied to Rodarius about her age. She had no idea what the daughter told Rodarius to get him to the home. She has no idea about anything, but she still murdered Rodarius before seeking those answers. And there's people like myself who believe, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I'll find a grown 20-year-old man under my 13-year-old's daughter's bed. I don't give a damn, bruh. She stood on...
I ain't gonna lie. At least the mom stood on all 10. She let her know off rip what was going down and what she was finna do. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta respect that at least. But, damn.
She stood on business, and she did what she was supposed to do. Now, I understand somebody losing their life can always be hard, bruh. But as a 20-year-old, homie, you got no business being in a 13-year-old's bed. No business at all.
That is wicked, bro.
Now, the thing that really convinced me, before I show you guys what other people had to say about this, what really convinced me were the TikTok screenshots, the comment sections, where Rodarius is apparently in the comments of other girls who look suspiciously young. And I'll be real, when I say suspiciously young, I'm talking about like preteens, like 11, 12. If these screenshots are really his account, this is just trifling. So one comment said, so pretty, new bond, new title, question mark, question mark, question mark. Come on, bro.
So wait, this nigga was preying on young girls at this point? This nigga's overly fried.
Like, come on, son.
She look like she's about 11 years old.
So pretty, new bond, hard heart. Like, come on, son. Like, come on, bro. Come on, son. Come on, bro. Another one. Text me, so pretty, new title. Come on, bro. New friends, new bond. Like, come on, bro. This like a 7-year-old.
Yeah,
so in my opinion, if those screenshots was real, that kind of takes away the defense of maybe she lied about her age. Man, I'm not trying to hear none of that, bro.
He even lied about the age. I don't think he cared about the age.
But there are people who believe that Kendra Scott is wrong for what she did. And here's what they have to say.
Now let's get to this mama. Mama, you just wanted to catch a body. You had already told your daughter that if you ever caught a boy in the house that you was gonna put a hole in his ass, which means you knew your daughter was grown. So why did you have her at home by herself? Where were you at? My mother has never left me unattended. And please don't say nothing about work, because she could have went to a grandmama house, a auntie house, anybody's house. I don't know if it was because of her pride, because you had to stand on what you said you was going to do. I would have understand if it was like a 30-year-old, a 40-year-old, but he's a 20-year-old. He's still young. Even though he wrong, if you was going to pew him, you should have did that while he was in your house.
I don't know about that. She tripping. She talking about he's still young. Bro, he doesn't finish high school. What is we saying right now? Like, what?
Immediately. So what the law gonna say is that was premeditated. You thought about it. You wasn't that mad, because if you was that mad, you would have did it immediately. Me personally, I would have rather seen him go to jail and be marked as a sexual predator versus you taking his life. Because who you feeling like? You have other kids to raise, and not only that, now she don't got no mother, so she gonna really be outside.
A 20-year-old got no business being involved with anybody that young.
Literally.
Now, to be fair, I gotta show you guys the entire story, and even though I don't think this is an excuse, a woman has came forward and she claims to be Rodaria's special ed teacher. And that somehow is all people need to say he's a victim. Listen, man, I don't give a damn if he was in special ed, if he was in fantastic ed, I don't give a damn. Special ed don't just mean you're completely unaware. He had enough wherewithal to sneak inside the house, so he knew what he was doing was wrong. 20-year-old who was in special ed when he was in school about, 5 years ago, does not, in my opinion, at all justify what he was doing.
Children that get behavior issues that's very defiant. When you leave them at home, what do you expect them to do? They gonna do whatever the hell they want to do because you're not around to supervise them. I feel like she was wrong. You took that man's life. You took his life. There are some people that's saying that this little boy had little issues. He had things that was wrong with him. But you sat over here, you took this little boy's life, this young man's life, all because of something that your daughter did.
Can you correct that?
You should have got on your daughter. That should have been your daughter's ass right there. Why would you, what would make you do something like this? Now, I understand that she told this little boy the first time, hey, don't come around my house, and he decided to do what he wanted to do, because then that's trespassing.
Y'all got a lot of sympathy for creeps and weirdos, bro. I don't. As far as I'm concerned, that just means there will be less victims. You've seen the TikTok history. You've seen the comments. You see him recruiting other victims. There's another less weirdo like on these streets.
Facts.
As simple as that. It's another less weirdo on these streets.
I ain't gonna lie. Put it in your perspective. How would you feel if that was your daughter, that was your niece, and that was your little cousin? Like, come on, man.
He snuck in and violated somebody's daughter who was that young. Like, come on, bruh. Come on, I don't care what that little girl was doing or what kind of issues that she was dealing with. That does not justify a grown man taking advantage of her, bruh. I'm sorry. Now, the mother should have probably done enough for precautions, but this is a single mother who gotta work a job.
Facts.
Who gotta work a job to provide for her family. She don't have the capacity to watch this little girl at all times. Now, she had a Ring camera, which is how she caught the dude. But all she could do was try. She was a trying mother who was dealing with a troubled child. It's these grown men fault who are taking advantage of this troubled child. I don't want to hear about the super fast, super not, bruh. A 13-year-old can't be fast, bro. I'm sorry. She's a victim.
Jeez, definitely a victim. I feel Flacco on this one, bro. She definitely is overly the victim, because the man is 20, bro. That shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Comment down below what y'all think, what y'all thoughts. Till next time, man. I'm out. Peace, man. Stay away from them kids, nigga.